Are you ready to take charge of your financial future and unlock the secrets to lasting financial success? In today's session, we're diving into 2 essential lessons that will give you the foundation to manage your money effectively and confidently. Lesson 1. We'll start by setting clear and prioritized financial goals that align with your dreams and needs, helping you create a personalized roadmap to success. Lesson 2. Next, we'll master budgeting and expense tracking to put you in control of your spending, savings, and future plans. These 2 lessons are designed to give you the tools to not just manage, but maximize your financial potential. Let's get started. Lesson 1. Understand and prioritize your financial goals. Introduction: the financial puzzle. In the vast landscape of personal finance, people often find themselves caught in a web of confusion, uncertainty, and worrying. Life's financial pressures, whether they're paying off student loans, managing monthly bills, planning for a future security, or dealing with unexpected expenses, can be overwhelming. And for many, managing money feels like a constant balancing act. But here is the kicker: without a clear roadmap, even the most well-intentioned efforts can fall flat. Setting goals like saving more or investing for the future might sound responsible, but vague goals can be as effective as shooting arrows blindfolded. The big, burning question that many people face is, how do I take control of my financial life, prioritize what matters, and avoid feeling stuck? This is where learning to understand and prioritize your financial goals becomes critical. It's about transforming general aspirations into actionable steps, learning to differentiate between immediate needs and distant dreams, and gaining the confidence to pursue your financial security strategically. In Lesson 1, we'll tackle the fundamental approach to achieving financial success: defining, organizing, and prioritizing your financial goals in a way that feels manageable and rewarding. Here is the secret. It's not about doing everything at once. It's about choosing what matters most right now and building from there. The problem: why financial goals are often missed or ignored. Imagine this. You start the year with a strong commitment to save more, pay off debt, and start investing. Yet, as the months roll on, these ambitions get swallowed by daily expenses, unexpected bills, and shifting priorities. The problem here is not lack of will, but lack of clarity and strategy. Without breaking down what you want and aligning it with achievable steps, goals are too easy to push aside. Research shows that only about 40% of Americans have a budget and stick to it consistently. Additionally, many people feel trapped in the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, meaning there's little room for saving, investing, or thinking long term. For these people, not having a financial strategy isn't a choice. It's simply a result of not knowing how to start. But here is an empowering truth. Taking the time to understand, set, and prioritize your financial goals can unlock a world of financial possibilities. By identifying what matters most, planning with specific intentions, and using techniques that create focus, you'll be able to move toward your dreams more efficiently and effectively. The solution: setting and prioritizing your financial goals. Now, let's dive into the solution, learning how to effectively set and prioritize your financial goals to ensure you can stay on track. This process involves 3 key elements: understanding the difference between short-term and long-term goals, setting SMART goals, and mastering the art of prioritization. Let's break these down in detail. Step 1. Identify short-term versus long-term goals. Think of your financial goals as a staircase, with each step leading to greater stability and security. This staircase has different levels, which we can categorize as short-term goals, usually achievable within a year, and long-term goals, which might take several years or even decades. Short-term goals address immediate needs or ambitions, like building an emergency fund, reducing small debts, or saving for a vacation. These goals are critical because they lay the groundwork for a more significant financial freedom. For example, Creating an emergency fund within 6 to 12 months offers security and reduces the risk of needing to rely on debt for unexpected expenses. Long-term goals, on the other hand, are about building lasting wealth or planning for future milestones, such as buying a home, saving for retirement, or funding a child's education. Long-term goals typically require sustained commitments and larger sums, but can offer life-changing rewards if approached with consistency. By separating short-term and long-term goals, you gain clarity about what actions to prioritize first. You'll also relieve the pressure of trying to do everything at once, making it easier to see a clearer path forward. Step 2. Set SMART goals. Now that you have an idea of what you want, it's time to make those goals actionable. Here is where the SMART goal setting technique comes in. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This method transforms vague ideas into clear, tangible actions, increasing the chances of success. Example of SMART goals: instead of saying, "I want to save more," a SMART goal would be, "I want to save $5,000 in my emergency fund within the next 6 months by setting aside $200 per paycheck." For a long-term goal, rather than saying, "I need to save for retirement," a SMART goal could be, "I want to contribute $500 monthly to my retirement account to reach $100,000 in savings by 2030. Breaking down goals like this allows you to see exactly what you need to do. Each goal becomes an achievable target rather than an intimidating obligation. SMART goals also help track your progress, making it easy to celebrate small wins along the way and stay motivated. Step 3. Prioritize goals by importance and urgency. Once you've defined your goals, the next challenge is deciding which ones to tackle first. This is the crucial phase where many people struggle because there's a natural desire to accomplish everything at once. But remember, financial success is a journey. Prioritization isn't about ignoring some goals. It's about managing your resources so that each step brings you closer to the next. Here is a step-by-step prioritization strategy. Build your emergency fund first. Having an emergency fund is often the foundation of a healthy financial life. Aim to save 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses, as this fund can help you weather unexpected costs without derailing your progress. Focus on high-interest debt. Paying off high-interest debts, like credit card debt, can be essential because the interest can quickly balloon and hamper your ability to save or invest. Make this your second priority once your emergency fund is in place. Begin saving for long-term goals. After covering immediate priorities, you can start investing in your long-term goals, like retirement or saving for a home. This will vary depending on your life stage and unique ambitions. But by now, you'll have laid a strong financial foundation to support this next phase. In sum, prioritizing based on urgency and importance ensures that you are not only making progress, but also securing your future by focusing on foundational needs first. Overcoming common challenges in financial goal setting. Even with a clear strategy, you may face setbacks or moments of doubt. Here are a few common challenges and tips to keep you motivated. Staying disciplined. Life's demands can make it easy to dip into savings or postpone debt payments. One way to combat this is by automating savings and payments, ensuring that you're always moving towards your goals. Adapting to changes. Financial plans need flexibility. Life changes, and so should your goals. Revisit your goals every 3 to 6 months to assess if they're still relevant or if adjustments are needed. Tracking progress. Without tracking, it's easy to lose sight of how far you've come. Consider using budgeting apps or setting up a simple spreadsheet to watch your progress. Seeing small wins can boost your motivation significantly. Conclusion: crafting a roadmap to financial success. Mastering your finances isn't about wealth for wealth's sake. It's about creating options, stability, and freedom. By learning to understand and prioritize your financial goals, you take charge of your destiny rather than leaving it to chance. This approach offers a new perspective, one where every step taken aligns with a future vision, built steadily over time. So, start with Lesson 1. Define your goals, make them smart, and then prioritize. Through these steps, you'll not only see financial improvement, but also gain peace of mind, knowing that each decision is part of a larger, intentional strategy toward a successful financial life. The journey won't always be easy, but with clear goals, a committed mindset, and a roadmap, you'll be well on your way to financial success. Lesson 2. Master the basics of budgeting and expense tracking. Introduction: the financial puzzle of budgeting and tracking expenses. Imagine trying to solve a complex puzzle without knowing where the pieces go or having a clear picture of the final image. This is what personal finance can feel like without a budget. You're working with pieces of income, bills, debts, and savings goals, but often unsure where each part fits. For many, managing money is a guessing game, leading to overspending, insufficient savings, and, ultimately, financial stress. While budgeting might not seem glamorous, it's an essential skill that builds the foundation for a financial stability and growth. Most people have heard of the benefits of budgeting and tracking expenses, but haven't been shown the way to make it practical, approachable, or even rewarding. What's the secret to financial peace and empowerment? It lies in truly mastering the basics of budgeting and expense tracking. This isn't about living with restrictive, unappealing limitations, but about creating a system that lets you manage, grow, and enjoy your money with confidence. In Lesson 2, we're diving deep into the essentials of budgeting and tracking expenses. By the end of this journey, you'll understand that budgeting isn't about deprivation. It's about clarity, control, and achieving your financial dreams one step at a time. Let's explore how a well-crafted budget and diligent expense tracking can turn financial chaos into financial success. The problem: why budgeting and expense tracking are often ignored. Budgeting is frequently avoided, misunderstood, or treated as something meant only for those struggling financially. But the reality is that most people, even high earners, face unnecessary stress and financial strain because they're not consistently managing their money. Consider the following common issues: overspending. Without a budget, it's easy to overspend, especially in today's digital world of one-click purchases and subscription services that silently chip away at your income. Many people have little to no idea where their money is going each month, living paycheck to paycheck. Research shows that over half of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. A single unexpected expense can throw finances off balance. Budgeting can be the key to creating breathing room and avoiding financial crises. Lack of savings. Without tracking spending, it's challenging to allocate funds for savings goals, whether for an emergency fund, retirement, or a dream purchase. If you don't know where your money is going, how can you know if you're saving enough? Financial stress and guilt. Many people feel stressed or guilty about their finances, especially when they feel they're not saving enough or spending too much. A clear budget and a system for tracking expenses can turn guilt into action. Budgeting doesn't have to feel limiting or painful. On the contrary, it can be a tool that empowers you to control your spending and reach your financial goals while still enjoying life. But how can you turn budgeting and expense tracking into a habit that helps, rather than restricts, your lifestyle? The solution: a practical guide to budgeting and expense tracking. This lesson offers a roadmap to budgeting that's easy to follow and adaptable to anyone's financial situation. Let's dive into 3 powerful pillars for success in budgeting and expense tracking. The 50-30-20 budget rule, tracking expenses, and monthly reviews and adjustments. By mastering these concepts, you can begin to build a sustainable and fulfilling approach to your personal finances. Step 1. The 50-30-20 budget rule. Simplify your spending. One of the simplest and most popular approaches to budgeting is the 50-30-20 rule, developed by U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren as a straightforward way to organize finances without the need for an overly detailed breakdown of each dollar. Here is how it works. 50% for essentials. Allocate half of your income to essential expenses. These are necessities like rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, and minimum debt payments. Essentials are the costs that keep you secure and healthy, ensuring that your primary needs are met. 30% for wants. Use 30% of your income for discretionary spending. This includes anything you want, but don't necessarily need, like dining out, hobbies, entertainment, vacations, and personal spending. This category provides the flexibility to enjoy life without guilt. 20% for savings and debt repayment. The final 20% goes towards savings and debt repayment beyond the minimum payments. This could include building an emergency fund, contributing to retirement accounts, or paying off loans more aggressively. This category is crucial for your long-term financial security and growth. The 50-30-C-20 rule is beneficial because it balances needs, wants, and future planning. It's flexible and adaptable, meaning that if you find that 30% on wants is too high, you can adjust based on personal priorities. This rule doesn't mean sacrificing enjoyment, but rather creating a manageable structure that keeps you moving forward financially. Step 2. Tracking expenses. Know where every dollar goes. Once you have a budget in place, it's essential to track your spending. Why? Because without keeping an eye on where your money is actually going, it's easy to drift off course. Here is how to master the art of tracking expenses. US tools and apps. Today, countless tools and apps simplify the process of tracking expenses. Apps like Mint, YNAB, You Need a Budget, and Pocket Guard allow you to categorize transactions, view spending trends, and keep a close eye on your budget. Many apps link directly to your bank accounts, making tracking seamless and automated. Set up a spreadsheet. If you prefer a hands-on approach, a spreadsheet can be a powerful way to track your expenses. Divide categories based on the 50 or 30-20th rule, log purchases, and update regularly. Google Sheets, Excel, or dedicated budgeting templates can help you customize this experience. Track daily or weekly. Tracking every day might feel overwhelming, so consider logging expenses weekly. This provides regular checkpoints without being overly time-consuming. Plus, by reviewing your expenses weekly, you can catch potential overspending early and make necessary adjustments. Identify spending patterns. As you track, look for patterns. Are you overspending on dining out? Do you have subscription services you no longer use? Identifying these habits empowers you to make conscious decisions about where to cut back, allowing for a more balanced financial life. Expense tracking reveals your unique spending habits, helping you to recognize areas of improvement and reinforcing positive habits. It's about awareness rather than restriction, giving you a clear picture of where every dollar goes and how you can better direct your resources. Step 3. Review and adjust monthly. Fine-tune your budget regularly. Budgeting is not a one-and-done exercise. It requires regular reviews to stay aligned with your financial goals. Life changes, and so should your budget. Here is how to make monthly adjustments a seamless part of your financial routine. Set a review date. Choose a day at the end or beginning of each month to review your budget. This could be the first day of the month or the last Sunday of the month. Consistency is key to making this practice stick. Assess changes in income or expenses. Did you receive a raise, or did your rent increase? Adjust your budget to reflect any changes in income or expenses, ensuring that your budget remains accurate and effective. Evaluate progress on financial goals. Look at how much progress you made towards your savings or debt repayment goals. Are you on track? If you saved more than planned, consider putting the extra towards your savings or debt goals. Identify and adjust for spending trends. If you overspent in one category, like dining out, adjust for the following month. Try reducing the discretionary category temporarily to make up for any excess spending, or consider how you can cut back in other areas. Celebrate wins and make adjustments as needed. Recognizing your progress, no matter how small, is a great motivator. Celebrate wins like sticking to your budget or meeting a savings target. Adjustments don't have to mean sacrifice. They can reflect your changing priorities and allow you to keep enjoying life without straying from your financial plan. Monthly reviews give you the flexibility to handle changes without feeling discouraged. This approach helps you see budgeting as a tool for growth rather than limitation, making it easier to stay committed to your goals. The big picture: budgeting and tracking expenses for financial success. Budgeting and expense tracking can seem daunting at first, but it's the roadmap to financial freedom. By learning to allocate your income using the 50-30-20 rule, tracking every dollar, and reviewing your budget regularly, you're creating a system that works for you. This is about gaining financial control, not restricting your life. Budgeting brings clarity, allowing you to make intentional decisions with your money and achieve both short-term and long-term goals. Mastering budgeting isn't just about controlling spending. It's about creating a lifestyle that's aligned with your values and aspirations. Imagine the peace of mind that comes with knowing you're saving for future goals, spending on what brings joy, and avoiding the stress of overspending. This journey to financial stability and growth begins with the basics: understanding your money, controlling it, and directing it with purpose. With budgeting and expense tracking as part of your routine, you'll transform the way you view money. It will no longer be a source of stress, but a resource to be managed, cherished, and enjoyed. By committing to these fundamentals, you'll unlock the power to live a financially fulfilling life, free from the anxiety of the unknown and empowered by a sense of control over your financial future.